Welcome back to the baseline. And guys, we're doing another edition of our top 10 greatest. And join me as always is Craig and Al. And guys, how you doing?
Excellent, man. Looking forward to talking baseball again and doing some announcers. This is a real fun one. I just had a blast doing this, just running down memory lane. So really looking forward to talking about this.
Yeah, doing well as well. Yeah. Um, First thing I want to say is we were so wrong when we were talking about the hardest lists because this was the hardest list
Oh, I love it.
by far. By far, I could literally take the 10 names I chose, swipe them away, and take the next 10, and it would still be a legitimate list.
Yeah, there's so many.
Wow, that's insane.
There's
Um,
so many. We're gonna have to fly through these because if we could do all the memorable honorable mentions and stuff, we're gonna be here for 4 hours.
Oh, I love it, man. I love it. That's
um,
awesome.
I don't know, for me, I feel like my first four were kind of easy for me. And then after that, from 5 through 10, I had a hard time.
I
But
had
I knew.
16 honorable mentions.
Oh, you pulled a me. That's like me, man. I limited myself to three, but I could have done 33.
Yeah,
Wow, that's insane.
I
and
love
like I
it.
said, I could have taken the 10 of the 16 that are just honorable mentions and made a list out of them, and it would be a legitimate list.
I love it, man. That's awesome. Totally. I totally understand where you're coming from for sure. Yeah. I made it a little easier by just making it if they when in doubt, I went with who I like.
Right.
You know what, Al? I kind of did the same thing.
Right
Um,
on, right on.
yeah. I kind of did the same thing. Um, and then but I kind of did a mixture of both. Really, I took my favorites, but then I also took you know who I know have been great.
Yeah, same. It was a mix of that for me too, for sure. For sure.
All right. Well, now I'm excited. This might be one of the fun ones that we do. So yeah, let's get started. And I'm gonna do my number 10. Um, talk about one of my favorites. Just by watching highlights. I never really listened to a full game with him. Um, but also he's still active, so that's why I kind of have him at number 10. I'm gonna go with Tom Hamilton, who's the play-by-play on the radio for the Cleveland Guardians.
Yes, he's been doing it for 30 plus years. He's one of my honorable mentions.
Oh yeah, Tom Hamilton's great. Yep.
Yep. It, um, yeah, I like I said, I mean he's still active, so that's why I didn't put him any higher than number 10. And just I don't know. I feel like if I were to listen to a full game of him, just he just makes the game exciting. He gets excited by any play that happens, whether it's his own or if it's the opposing team. It just makes you like to me. It just makes me locked in, and I think that's what announcers need to do more of. Like, and he's definitely one of those guys who are like, okay, I'm locked in. Like, what else? What else more can you do?
Yeah, my
Yeah,
buddy's a Cleveland fan, and so that's why I'm super aware of this guy. And there's so many, and this will be a common theme throughout this. A lot of these guys are, like specific to their local market, and that's a baseball thing, you know.
mm,
Um, and this guy is, he is Cleveland baseball in a lot of ways for the last 30 years. So yeah, that's a great one.
yep. Baseball is very regional.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. It's a great way to put it. Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
All
Should
right.
I unveil my number 10?
Yeah, go ahead.
Where did I land? Because I changed it like 7 times.
That's awesome.
Oh, this one's probably higher up on your lists, but he almost didn't even make mine, which is crazy. But it's Ernie Harwell.
Oh, he is my number eight.
Ernie Harwell between Brooklyn, The New York Giants, Baltimore, Detroit, and the California Angels broadcast for 55 years. And there's a bunch of quotes and stuff. He started. Oh wait, yeah. Here's a fun fact. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that Ernie Harwell was the only broadcaster that was ever traded for a player?
I can't believe you came up with that. I had that highlighted and ready to go. That's so awesome. Yes, that's so good.
And
What?
the team name was crazy. Yeah, he was traded for a player.
Oh yeah, and tell him the team name that he was traded from, Craig. It was an independent league minor league team.
An independent minor league team traded catcher Cuff Dapper, who played for the Atlanta Crackers
Oh,
in 1948. They traded Duff or Cuff Dapper for the broadcasting services of Ernie Harwell.
How about that, man? Isn't that something? And they did it because another legend was sick, Red Barber.
Yep.
that that's very interesting. I've never heard about that.
The
No, I
only
didn't
time a
either until I looked it
broadcaster
up.
was included in a trade in the history of Major League Baseball. Can you believe that?
He's
Oh,
got a bunch of quotes, but one of the best ones is when you get called out without swinging for strike three. He said he stood there like a house on the side of the road.
That's awesome.
That's a great one. That's my favorite quote that I heard that I saw.
That's awesome. Oh, that's great. Did you know he was a player? Now check this out. His oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The guy that he was traded for, who I had his name is Cliff. I don't know, maybe Cuff was his nickname.
No,
D-
you know what? It is Cliff. It is Cliff.
okay,
My
so
L and my I were next to each other too close, and it looked like a U.
I understand that issue. That's awesome. So Cliff Dapper, the guy he was traded for, what the main reason they made that trade is because uh, the Crackers end of it anyway was because they wanted Dapper to, he was nearing the end of a very pretty insignificant career and they wanted him to be the manager the following season. So that's why they did that. But his career stats, now I just said he had a relatively insignificant career. Check out his career stats. His lifetime batting average 471. His slugging percentage 526 and his OPS I'm sorry, slugging percentage was 706. His OPS 1.32. That was in 8 games over 17 at bats.
Wow,
wow.
You think that would have got him a few more at bats?
you would think.
Yeah,
That's
Oh
fantastic.
man,
that's insane.
I know. He might be the only guy in the history of baseball to almost bat 500 and get no more at bats.
Wow.
Another fun fact about Ernie Harwell. He was the there's another guy that might be coming up later that I won't mention his name, but uh, Ernie Harwell was the TV guy in the Giants win the pennant game.
Yes, he was. Yes, he
He's the
was.
guy nobody remembers the call, and there's no record of the call because the games weren't recorded yet.
Wow,
Yep, absolutely.
that's very interesting.
And what else? I have two more little facts on Ernie, and then if anybody else has anything. One thing that's going to be a constant theme with me throughout this is the Ford Frick Award, which is as high an award as you can get as a baseball announcer. That means you're in the Baseball Hall of Fame in the announcers wing or whatever they call it. And he got it in 1981, and he was the first living and active announcer to be honored that way.
Nice.
And he called 3 All-Star games and 3 World Series.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Yeah, he's one of the greatest. And when I was thinking about doing about this list, I thought he would end up higher because I know the name Ernie Harwell. I've heard that all my life,
No doubt.
and yeah, all I could get into was 10.
I'm with you on some of the tough stuff here because yeah, he was another one. Yeah, I mean it's a lot of the local guys. Like there are some guys I was learning about. You know, like most of the names I had heard, but some of the guys have been calling games for 35 years, and I'm like, oh, I barely know that guy because he was in wherever. You know, And but like you said, Ernie Harwell's a name I've known my whole life. It seems like.
Yep.
Love it.
Very
Great
cool.
call,
No, that was a good call. I like that one.
Jordan. Did he make your top 10?
No, he did not.
Right on. There's going to be a lot of that because there's too many great names.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
I wanted
so
to put him in there because he got traded for a player. Mostly
I'm.
that's
That's
it.
so awesome. You saw that, man.
That's
I
my
was
main
my.
reason.
That was one of my favorite facts I found about anybody in this whole process. That's awesome. You found it too. All right, to my number 10.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now this is a guy I don't know. I don't know what to think about who's going to make whose lists. But this guy might not have made either of your lists. But this is a guy I remember growing up, and I just thought he was all class. And he's there's some stuff about him outside of baseball too. But he did enough, well, more than enough in baseball to make this list as a baseball announcer. And that is the Cowboy, also known as the broadcaster of everything, Kurt Gowdy.
Oh yeah, he's on my
Oh
honorable
yeah.
mentions.
Right on, Jordan.
Yeah. No, he didn't make my 10, but I definitely heard of him.
Right on. Right
Yeah,
on.
the voice of NBC Sports. He did it for 27 years.
Yes, yes, man, exactly. Good call. I mean, this guy did a little, like a lot, not a little. He did a lot of everything. I mean, the nickname is one of the nicknames is the broadcaster of everything. As an example, he uh, he called, and I'll give you the non-baseball stuff first. He called 9 Super Bowls,
Yeah,
include including the first Super Bowl ever in '67. He called 24 NCAA Final Fours,
jeez.
8 Olympic Games, and 14 Rose Bowls.
Wow.
Now, one of the more surprising facts that I learned in this is he, not Keith Jackson, coined the phrase "the granddaddy of them all" for the Rose Bowl.
Really, I did not know that.
I didn't either. Keith, I mean Keith, our generation, Craig knows it from Keith Jackson better because he was through our formative years, but Keith got it from Kurt.
That's awesome.
And then the baseball side of Kurt, he one more fun fact about Kurt. He did his broadcasting debut, and this is outside of baseball again. His broadcasting debut was in 1944 doing 6-man football, Pine Bluff versus St. Mary's in college.
Nice.
6-man football.
I read that too. Yeah, I read that too. 6-man football. What even is 6-man football?
Well, the only time I remember hearing about that, Craig, is there was an NFL player in the last like 20 years or so that got their, I don't remember who it was, but got their start in what I think is now like 9-man football in like some league, like in Wyoming or South Dakota or something where there's not like a massive amount of people, and they had to do a shortened amount of a team. So I mean, I'm guessing it's like 3 linemen, a quarterback, a running back, and a receiver, maybe, or something. I'm not really sure how they did it and what but it had to do with a shortage of players.
Wow. Okay.
And then a couple last couple things about Kirk. He teamed with Mel Allen in New York for the 49 and 50 series, or for seasons, I mean. Then he was the Red Sox announcer from 51 to 66. And then he was and you can still hear some of this stuff online and on MLB. He did the NBC Game of the Week from 1966 to 1976. Um,
Wow.
13 World Series, 16 All Star games. I mean, this guy's resume is insane. And then I have one quote with him that I thought was cool. This is about how the approach he took calling games. He said, "I tried to pretend that I was sitting in the stands with a buddy watching the game, poking him in the ribs when something happened." I thought that was cool. And he's an 84 Ford Frick Award winner, so he's also in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Yeah.
Deservedly so.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the all-time broadcasters, period, with all his resume is just insane, and then baseball is a big, big chunk of that.
That's
So
nice.
there's my number 10.
All
Oh,
right.
that's a good pick. I like that. Um.
Thanks, Jordan.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I can't believe you didn't make my list.
Well, and there's going to be a lot of that, my man. I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
16 honorable mentions, and I cut myself short, but I could have done that too, man. I'm right there with you.
Yeah. All right.
oh well, good pick. I like that. I'm actually mad he didn't make my list.
I love it. I love it.
All right. So I guess my number nine. Um, again, I put him low because still active to this day, and also has been doing this for 51 years, and that's one guy that I really like, and that's John Miller.
Oh, I
Oh
love
yeah,
John Miller. Yes.
he is one of my 3 honorable mentions.
He's an honorable mention for me as well.
Yep. Yeah, been the voice of the Giants since 1997. Began his career with the A's in 1974. Um, yeah, the Ford Frick Award winner in 2010. And my first thing of how I remember him was the probably you guys as well. You probably knew him longer, but from his ESPN days on Sunday Night Baseball, along with
Oh,
Joel Morgan.
He was the voice of Sunday night.
that's it, man. That's it. That's why it was hard for me to keep him off the list, just because of that. Because he was when when Craig and I were younger, it was NBC Game of the Week, and there might have been something else along the way, but it was mostly the NBC Game of the Week. I think was what it was when we were growing up, right, Craig?
Yeah, but I tell you what, Miller had a way of making Sunday night seem important.
Well, that's what
Like,
that because it took over, and there was no other thing that was important after that. You know what I mean?
right, it was
That
always the
was
last game. All the other games were over, and he just made it feel important. And always was a pretty good, pretty big game too.
always, and yeah, it was a thing. It was a happening, and it was like the Monday Night Football of baseball. Really became a big thing for a long time, and it left a lasting mark.
So somebody has a description for him that I think is pretty accurate.
Hmm.
When asking about his style, somebody said it's conversational baseball broadcasting.
That's great.
Conversational baseball during a broadcast.
That's great. I love that.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with it.
And he and Morgan were great compliments to each other because Morgan took the game so seriously in a great way, and he had great information. He had great insight, one of the best players of all time. So you would think he would, but not all great players become good announcers, and they were a really good compliment.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't actually. Now I'm looking at it. I didn't realize he did Sunday Night Baseball for 21 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's funny. I wasn't sure how long it was, and it was like, wow,
It was
man.
from. I don't know if this is right. Maybe it is. I don't know. Well, this is on the MLB page. It was when they first began covering MLB in 1990,
Yep,
and
Yeah.
he's did it ever since.
till 2010.
Yeah.
And then if you look up who has done it since, it's been a revolving window.
Oh, it's been like 5 different people, which I
Which
don't.
sucks.
Yeah.
Exactly. You don't
It
get a chance to get attached to any of them. Some of them are, some of them are fine announcers. Some of them are, none of them were the other team.
no. It's always a three. It's always a 3-man booth, and I can't stand it at
It's
I
too
all.
don't
much.
I don't mind a three man booth in some circumstances, but the fact that it's a 3 man booth that is always changing is really what gets me.
Yeah, you never have time to develop any chemistry. And yeah, the 3-man booth can work, but it's difficult, and it can lead to issues because it's just somebody gets shut out, or too many people are talking. It when at its best, it can definitely work, but also a pretty good recipe for disaster, especially if you're not going to let them develop chemistry.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a great one, man. John Miller, man, and his home run calls are always priceless too.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
amazing.
He always used to announce Mariano Rivera as the Great Rivera.
That's right. That's right. That's awesome.
All right.
That's pretty cool.
That's great.
Ah,
All right. So it's my number 9.
yes.
All right. This is a guy before my time, before everybody's time. I'm sure many people, probably almost everybody don't remember when he started because he started in 1929,
Hmm.
Wow.
and he went all the way to 1971. From 1946 to 1970, he was exclusively the White Sox broadcaster. He was also with the Cubs at one point and with the A's, and he called 9 MLB All-Star games, 12 World Series. His nickname is the Commander, and his name is Bob Elson.
Ah, definitely know the name and the reputation.
And fun fact, he is credited with the first on-field interview in the history of baseball.
No kidding.
He
Wow.
interviewed
Nice.
he interviewed Connie Mack in 1931 on the field,
Holy crap.
and that's why he's on my list. That's the only reason.
That's freaking awesome. And I'm guessing Connie Mack was wearing a suit.
That I don't know. I didn't. There was no pictures of it.
Only because that was his thing and he wore suits every game he ever was part of.
Right. So I'm sure he was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
Um.
would be funny if that was the one time he wore like Bermuda shorts.
So yeah,
That's
he
a
was a
great one,
broadcaster
Craig.
for 40 something years, 12 World Series and 9 All-Star games. He
Man,
called.
Wow.
And I love the nickname, the Commander. They said he commanded the microphone. When he talked, you just felt compelled to listen.
that's wow. I mean, that's a really good one, man. That's a name I kind of know, but I honestly didn't know much about him and didn't do a ton of research
Yeah,
in his area. That's
same
a
here. I knew of him, didn't know anything about him, and then I started looking him up, and then I saw the first on-field interview thing, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to put him on here.
That's really cool, dude. I'm glad you did this one. That's a really cool one. Wow. Did you try and find that interview? Can you find it on anywhere?
I didn't try to find it. I probably should.
I'm going to look that up when we're done because that's that I have to say. I have to confirm that Connie Mack's wearing a suit, and I'd like to see this guy in action.
Yeah, cool, cool. That's my number 9.
That's an awesome one, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Well, number 9, my in the beginning, before I did the research, this guy was going to make my list because of one call. And then I did the research and realized he is not just one call, he is an all time great. And that is the man behind the Giants win the pennant, Russ Hodges.
Oh yeah, is he on my list? Oh no, on my honorable mentions.
Right on. Jordan?
Yeah, same with me. Honorable mentions.
Awesome. So, I mean, listen, that is arguably the greatest call in the history of baseball. It's certainly in contention, no matter what your personal opinion is. I don't even know, but it is one of the all timers, and I listened to it like 10 times. Once I pull it up and start listening to it, I can't stop because it lives up. And the whole call, it's not just the Giants win the pennant. The Giants win the pennant. It's this whole call, and it is just a beauty, man. And then you're watching if you watch the TV replay too. It just lines up with everything. And even though he's doing it on the radio, a lot of radio guys take liberties, and it's okay. But sometimes it doesn't match up when you watch a replay very well. But this was perfect. And um, he was so again and that's again one of the greatest calls of all time. And when we started this list, I was pretty determined to put him on the list just because of that. But then looking into it, it backed everything up. He's 1980 Ford Frick Award winner. They only started doing it, and I think it was 77 or so. So he was one of the first guys to get that award. He was the Giants announcer for both New York and San Francisco for 22 years, 49 to 71, and he would have been a lot longer, but he died of a heart attack after the 71 season. So he got cut short.
He started in 1929,
Yes.
the same year as Bob Elson, my guy.
How about that, man? How about that? He Another neat thing is he saw all in person and called all but 2 of Willie Mays's uh, home runs during his
Oh,
before and now before he died, because Willie played 2 more years after he died. But he saw all but 2 of the 633 home runs that Willie Mays hit while he was alive.
jeez.
Wow. Nice.
Little side fun fact about Mr. Hodges is he was also a boxing announcer for a long time. He did the CBS boxing. They had I don't know if it was every week or once a month or something, but he did it from 48 to 55, and he called the Muhammad Ali Sonny Liston rematch where Ali knocked Sonny Liston out in the first round, among many other famous fights.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool because I mean, I never even knew Russ Hodges' name. I don't think. I mean, I probably heard it over the years, but it wasn't in my memory. I was like, it's the Giants win the pennant guy, you know. But there's so much more to this guy, you know, and along with one of the greatest calls of all time.
Yeah, the call is that's legendary.
Yeah, that would have got him on the list alone for me. But again, I found out there was a lot more to the guy, and pretty cool stuff.
That's pretty cool.
All right.
All right. What are we on 9 now?
8
So
now.
we're at 8 now.
That's what I said. Yeah.
I love it.
Um. All right. My number 8. Um. Is probably one of the greats on the radio. Yeah, I know I'm going with a lot of radio guys, but I don't know. I just remember a kid just by I would watch a game, I would turn on the radio just to listen to him because I can't stand the broadcasting team.
I can relate.
So actually, so my number uh 8 is actually gonna be a guy who just recently retired. I'm going with good old John Sterling.
Oh
Oh, nice.
yeah, he was my number 10 that I was going back and forth with Ernie Harwell to try to get him on the list because he's my guy. I mean, John Sterling was so hokey and with all the stupid catchphrases and it is long, as high as far as gone, and all the nicknames for all the Yankees players. But then as he got older, he became beloved for it, and people were like celebrating it.
Yeah,
He
Yeah,
cra- he
that's
he
awesome. Well put.
he called 5,060 consecutive games from 1989 to 2019 for the Yankees.
That's astonishing. That's an amazing run of that's like
30 straight years without missing a game.
that's incredible.
yeah. it's
Well,
it's
not that sports Emmys matter, but he won 12 sports Emmys as well.
Hey man, they look good on a shelf, no doubt. I mean, that's that's not it's not nothing. That's awesome. That's so cool.
yeah. It's I don't know. John's like you said, just those things. My favorite part too was always anytime someone hit a home run, he always had like a motto or a catchphrase for him. You know?
Yeah, he would develop it in the offseason and see who the Yankees like acquired for the new season, and he would figure them out before the season even started. So he had them in his back pocket.
I
Yeah.
love that.
You know that there's just so many famous ones that
It started with Bernie Williams.
that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Burn Baby Burn was off the top of his head.
Yep.
Yes.
And then yeah, there's just so many iconic ones that you could look up. It's just they're just so amazing of like
Some of them are really inventive. They're really quite
they
creative.
really are, and it's just insane of how, and sometimes he'll even play on words with nicknames, which I loved.
Yeah.
Um, so like those that's just that's why he had to make my list. It's just because well, not only did he haven't missed a game for years, but just the home run calls are just so funny and they're just wacky, and you gotta love them.
That's a great one, man.
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
And
So,
I was a little quiet there for a second because I was looking up. I think Bernie. We've talked in the past how Bernie Williams is a great musician, and
oh
I
yes.
I think he's missed out because I just checked all his out. He's got, I mean, multiple albums, and he's never titled one. What is it? Burn, baby, burn.
Yep, that's the nickname.
I mean, that should be an album title. Let's go.
You would think.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
it.
that's the first one. Then that one was off the top of his head, and then I think Georgie juiced one, which was for Posada. He had
Georgie
also,
juiced one.
yeah,
Yep.
I think that was also the top of his head, and then he started realizing that it was catching on, and then he started making them up beforehand.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
That is great.
My yeah. I think my favorite one is uh the Cano one, which is like Robbie Cano, don't you know?
Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, even the Judge one is great because we just go all rise.
Oh yeah.
Here comes the Judge,
That's
and
awesome.
then all rise is perfect.
That's perfect. Perfect. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I mean, because I've heard a lot of them over the years, but you guys being Yankee fans know them better than me, and I've probably
Oh,
missed a million of them.
Al, you're gonna like this one because I'm just looking it up. For Melky Cabrera, he will say the milkman delivered.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Johnny.
so good.
For Johnny Damon, he said he had Johnny Rocket.
Nice, nice.
You could go on and on with all of
Oh
these. They're
man,
awesome.
I'm sure there's a couple some really good compilations on YouTube where somebody just pasted like 100 of them back to back.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's awesome.
Or my personal favorite, and then we could continue. When they required Raul Ibanez, and he
Oh.
would hit it, he'll go, "Raul is so cool."
Oh
That's my
man,
personal favorite.
that's good stuff. That is good stuff.
He was a
Oh,
character, that's for sure.
that's awesome,
Yeah,
man. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's almost like it sounds like he was like one of in his during the course of his career. It's like you stick with the bit long enough, eventually you get respected for it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't forget, he was also an NBA broadcaster for the Hawks for years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He was, yeah. Um, During Larry Bird's famous game against the Hawks where he scored 60 points.
Oh, against Dominique.
Yeah, that he called that game. He was
Get out
the
of
main
town.
announcer. Yes, he did.
Wow, I didn't know that, man. I had no idea. That's a cool fact. I had no idea.
And of
So,
course,
wow.
he was the broadcaster for the Braves right before he was one for the Yankees.
I mean, that's one of the greatest basketball playoff games of all time. That's certainly one of my favorite. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
But yeah, and then after all that, after Atlanta, after the NBA, he called some NHL games. Then he goes on to go over 5,000 consecutive games without missing one.
Wow. I mean, that's impressive, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not Cal Ripken having to be on the field, but I mean, anything can happen to cost you a game. You get sick, you need a hip replacement, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing. That is amazing.
No, yeah, it's phenomenal. Just this how like how this stuff he did.
That's awesome. Great one. Great one.
All right. So that was your number 8.
8. Yes.
All right. My number 8 is also another guy that I thought would be higher up on this list, but I think he's got to be on it. Although I wouldn't be surprised if you guys don't have him. Not nearly as obscure as the last guy I had. My number 8 is Harry Carey.
Ah, he is my number 5.
Oh, he's
53.
my number 3.
He
Love it.
he did it for 53 years.
Dude,
He started in St. Louis in 1945.
unbelievable. And that was, he is like, he was associated exclusively with the Cubs in my mind. I mean, I knew he did other things, but he was the Cubs to me. And
Yeah.
he was by far his longest tenure as an announcer was with the Cardinals, 45 to 69.
Well, it was the St. Louis Browns, and then they turned into the St. Louis Cardinals,
That's right. That's right. Good call.
and then the White Sox, and then the Cubs.
With a year at the A's in between the
Yep.
Cards and
Just
man,
unbelievable.
legend. Legend. And one of the like I mean, he was almost like a comic book character to me as a
He
kid.
really was. And then his take me out to the ball game. I mean, you can't. You can't not think of Harry whenever you hear that.
Oh, I found out if this is if you don't mind me jumping in for a sec here. This is a really interesting story. I didn't know the, I mean, by the time I was really into baseball, it was already a long established thing that Harry Carey was doing. Take me out to the ball game.
Right,
Um,
right.
but I never heard the story of how it started, and it's kind of interesting. This so it was when he was with the White Sox. Now he had been his almost his entire career. He had been singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" in the booth, but not on mic. Nobody ever heard it except the guys in the booth with him. That's it. And then Bill Veeck, one of the famous wacky owners in baseball history, takes over in the White Sox in 1976, and Kerry had been approached by a producer of the radio broadcast a few years prior to that about doing it on the stadium PA, but he didn't want to do it. So Bill Veeck takes over, and he again talks to Kerry about doing it. He declined again. So this is how it started. In a few games into the 1976 season, Bill Veeck secretly placed a PA microphone into the booth, and when he was singing it, he thought to himself and to the guys in the booth, it was going over the PA system.
Oh, that's how it started?
That's how it started. Can you believe that?
That is insane.
It went over so well that and Kerry still didn't want to do it. So check this out. This is the end of the story. So Vec asked Kerry if he would sing it regularly, but again the announcer wanted no part of it. Vec advised Kerry that he had already taped the announcer singing during commercial breaks and said he could play that recording if Kerry preferred. When Kerry questioned the idea, Vec explained, anybody in the ballpark hearing you sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game knows that he can sing as well as you can, probably better. So he or she sings along. Hell, if you had a good singing voice, you'd intimidate them and nobody would join in. So Kerry finally agreed to do it, and it became the thing that we all know.
I mean, that defined him for the later part in his career.
Abso-freaking-lutely. And it was all because Bill Veeck went secret spy mode on him.
That's amazing. I love that story.
How cool is that?
Holy cow, that's amazing. I love that.
I had never heard that before, and it blew my mind. That's cool. You guys dig it too.
That's
Holy,
great. That is great.
Hey guys, I have to poke my head out my front door for a second because somebody just pulled in. I'm just going to do that real quick. So talk amongst yourselves if you don't mind. It's all right.
All good. Yeah, I mean, that's why baseball's so great because stories like that.
no, yeah, that's an amazing story. Just yeah, never knew that. That's awesome. I'm glad Al found that. Um,
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
You had him
yeah,
as number. You had him as number five. You said
I
or
had
number
him.
three.
I had him at number 3.
Yeah, I wanted to get him up higher. I just couldn't do it. I was surprised that's where he landed. I knew he was going to be on the list, but
Yeah.
I have some others. Like I said, this is all objective.
Yeah.
Subjective.
Also, his uh, catchphrase, which I always thought Phil Rizzuto actually, because my dad's a Yankee fan, would do it, but I guess he also is more famous for saying it. The holy cow.
Yeah, they
Um,
both said it. I don't know who did it first though.
yeah, that's
That's a
why I got.
great question. Yeah, I don't know. I'm back, guys, by the way. Thanks for bearing with me.
No, you're good. Um,
Yeah, I have no idea who did it first.
and then also, this is interesting. Um, his because I looked this up because we know how much of a baseball nerd I am. Um,
Yes.
his family is doing broadcasting. His son, Chip carries the play-by-play for St. Louis,
Yep.
and then he has 2 grandsons down in the minor leagues. I think for St. Louis as well, who also do play-by-play.
Wow, I didn't know that. Good. That's a good fun fact.
I think is actually pretty cool. And St. Louis, if you're listening, they're not, but they are. Do this. Get the one of them does play by play, and the other one does color, and the exact same booth. So that would actually be pretty cool.
That would be great if they came up
That would be
together.
awesome. Awesome. And since you brought that up, one of the bittersweet things about the end of Harry's career is they had actually talked to I guess WGN or whoever was doing the broadcast at that point for Chicago. They were going to do a grandfather grandson team for a game in '98, but he died in '97. They were going to have him and Chip do a game together.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just cool that they were even going to do that. Yeah, man. I have one little quote from Harry that I thought was fun. He says, "I've only been doing this for 54 years. With a little experience, I might get better."
Uh, so actually, here's something interesting. Neither Harry Carey or Phil Rizzuto um used Holy Cow first.
Who did?
So a guy named Hosley Hall is credited for the first ever Holy Cow to be used on air.
Wow.
Good old Halsey Hall.
Yep.
Well,
Wow. Oh,
so I wonder. Well, but between them two, I wonder who did it first.
I was looking that up, and it's it said in the beginning of it said Phil Rizzuto is credited, but then it also said at the end some reports indicate Harry Carey used it before him, so it's unclear apparently.
Which is fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're both, they both used it awesomely and are remembered for it. So, but shoot, who knew Halsey Hall was the guy? That's great. Oh, and it
Yeah.
says he used it to help him from stop swearing on air.
Is that something he did?
I'm not sure if it happened and then he started doing that, or if he just did it because he knew it might be a problem. I'm not sure.
That-
Uh,
that's awesome. That's that's true.
oh man.
All
That's
right.
all. Oh, by the way, last fun thing about the Holy Cow with Rizzo. Did you guys know that when he did his retirement, the ceremony included a real cow with a halo prop on its head?
What?
A holy cow.
That's funny.
I never heard that before.
Wow.
Wait.
That
Okay.
is excellent.
I know. I know most of his signature calls. Have you guys ever heard this one? So we obviously know that the it might be, it could be, it is, and the Holy Cow. Apparently, according to this, Harry Carey also said, "Get your hats and coats. It's out of here."
No, I don't.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Hats and coats.
Well, that's a great walk off call. That is a great walk off call right there.
Oh man.
Oh, that's great. And some of the things these guys say, it's so awesome.
No, it really is. Oh, I love it.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And if you're and anybody that never saw it, which I'm guessing a lot of people have, certainly us, I'm sure. But check out Will Ferrell doing Harry Carey if you want to look at a really
Oh
good
my
guy
God. That is one of the funniest impressions ever.
ever.
It's awesome.
Beautiful,
He's
beautiful.
got the big glasses and everything too.
Yeah, totally, man, totally. Oh, I love it. That's great. So, are we to my number 8 then?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, then we're going right to Jordan because my number 8 was Ernie Harwell.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay. All right. Well, we were just talking about him during the Harry Carey thing. My number 7 is Phil Rizzuto.
Nice.
Um, yeah. I
The Money Store.
Yeah, totally, man.
um. Now you want to talk about a funny thing? Phil Rizzuto is broadcasting.
Yes.
Oh,
He was so entertaining. He wasn't even necessarily all that good. He was just entertaining as all hell.
it was like he was
I
doing stand up comedy.
yes. Um. Yeah. I don't know. It's just one of the funniest things you ever watch. I don't remember who he was with, but there was
He was
one time. There was one
he was
time
with a bunch of people.
I know, but there was one time where I gotta see if I can find the clip and send it to you guys. But there was one time where they're doing the open monologue and he forgets his name. He says his broadcaster is his partner's name instead of his. So so he's just laughing and like it's the opening credit to introduce people to the Yankee broadcast,
Oh,
and
that's
you
so
forget
funny.
your name.
Oh my goodness, forgetting your own name, that is awesome.
Oh, it was hilarious. Oh, okay. I looked it up. So he was broadcasting with Bill White. So he goes
Yep,
on.
I told you that's White. That's the guy that became the National League president.
Yep.
Yes.
So he goes on and he says, "Hello, everyone. Welcome to Yankees baseball. I'm Bill White." And then and so he puts the phone down. He goes, "Wait a minute, no, I'm not."
Oh, that's awesome. Oh,
Glorious.
that guy is a gem, man. He's an absolute gem. Yeah, that guy could do whatever he wants. He was so entertaining. So entertaining.
By the way, there were times. Well, first of all, his nickname's the Scooter, as we know.
Yes.
Yes.
There were times. There are apparently this is true. He left games early sometimes to beat the traffic. And if there was bad weather, if it was like a rain delay, he wouldn't come be back when the rain delay was over. He left. Bad weather, inclement weather, traffic. He would leave early. He left early a number of times apparently.
Oh, that's so funny, man. That is
What?
so funny.
That's okay. That's
The
Don't
scooter.
forget also the Meatloaf song "Paradise by the Dashboard Lights." That's his call. That's him.
It's one of the great. It's one of my favorite songs. It's one of my favorite ones to watch reactions to because it is so funny. It's such a funny song,
Yeah,
and
it's a great song.
and in the middle of all that, you got a metaphor for getting busy with your girlfriend and Phil Rizzuto making the call. It's awesome.
And that was they weren't real calls. He actually recorded that for the song.
Did he? I didn't know that, Craig. I thought they spliced. I knew it wasn't a real call, but I thought maybe they spliced it together from old calls. I didn't
No,
know that.
he
That's
did it
awesome.
for the song.
That's super cool.
that is
Meatloaf and the scooter.
oh,
Fantastic.
that's awesome.
That's good stuff. That is good stuff.
It's crazy to me that Meatloaf is gone. He just died like out of nowhere.
Yeah, man. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. The loaf. I mean, he was something, man. He was just a dramatic, meets sense of humor style that was great.
Yep.
One of a kind. There's nobody else like him in rock and roll. You know what I mean?
No, no. And that song starts out like an old '40s song with all the piano and stuff.
Echo. That song is epic. He had a songwriting partner whose name I'm blanking on right now. Who was like the guy Bernie Taupin to Elton John, or some of the famous guys that you didn't know as performers, but they wrote epic songs for famous people. And that guy was a monster, and he was very Broadway meets rock and roll. You know what I mean? In the best sense.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
He was very performative.
Big time, and he would wear that like a tuxedo shirt, and it would be flopping out of his pants, his belly's hanging out, and he could and he
Sweating like a
sang like
pig.
a freaking just awesome,
He
just
was
big,
sweating like a pig too.
sweating like a pig. That poor woman that had to make out with him every night on
Ah,
tour. Oh,
Jordan,
I
do you
love it,
know the
man.
song that we're talking about?
I don't think I do.
Oh, you have to check it
You
out.
need to check it out. Paradise by
Paradise
the
by the Yeah, go ahead, Craig. Sorry.
Paradise by the Dashboard Lights by Meatloaf, and the Phil Rizzuto call is in there.
Oh God.
It's a must listen for any baseball fan. Absolutely.
Yeah, and he was a big baseball fan too, which is why it's in there.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean, I never knew that, but it certainly makes sense. That's so cool. That is so cool. I didn't know. So I'm glad you told me that they were. I didn't know that was recorded just for that. That's a really cool fact.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
All
All
right.
right.
So that was your number
7.
seven.
Yeah, it was my
Okay,
7.
my number seven is another guy with a nickname. So that's good. I know Al's ears perked up.
Darn right.
His name is Bob Prince,
Oh, sure.
the Gunner.
I didn't know the nickname. That's great. I didn't know the nickname.
He did it for 31 years. Well, listen to this. He got fired, and people stormed the streets and protested that he got fired.
Wow.
And the only other fact I have on him is he coined the phrase bloop and a blast when you're down by one or when
A
you're down by
bloop
two.
and a blast. Yes.
Yes, when you're
Yeah.
down by one or two. Well, when you're down by two, you need a bloop and a blast to tie it.
That's how I describe my morning constitutional.
A poop and a blast.
Oh yeah, and he's Pittsburgh. I mean, this is a guy I considered for sure. I didn't go with him, but man, this is a great that he made the list, man. This is an awesome one.
Yeah, he was there for 31 years too, so it's not like a little time.
No,
And
no,
yet,
no.
No,
people liked him so much that when he got fired, they were in the streets protesting.
that's
That's
insane.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think
that's
we'll
what
ever.
that's one of the reasons. That's like the main reason why I put him on the list. To be honest.
Oh wait, I do know this guy. Yeah, his home run call is "You Could Kiss It Goodbye."
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I definitely know him. I was just saying that protest over an announcer. That's what the hell.
Oh,
Yep.
check this out. He there's a player, a reserve catcher named Jesse Gonder who played for the Pirates in the mid '60s, and when he came up, mostly as a pinch hitter, he would say, "Let's go up yonder with Jesse Gonder." And also his longtime sidekick Jim Woods, his nickname was the Possum, so they were known as the Possum and the Gunner.
Oh, okay, sure.
That's awesome. Oh, that's a great call, Craig. I like that you did that. That's a really good one, man. He was a guy I stared at. The Green Weenie. What? He
What?
had a Oh my God. In 1966, he popularized a good luck charm known as the Green Weenie, which was a plastic rattle in the shape of an oversized green pickle.
What?
Then Pirates fans, it caught on with Pirates fans, and they would bring it to the stadium themselves and use it to jinx opponents.
Oh my God!
The Green Weenie. And he would often punctuate the last out of a Pirates victory by saying, "The great Green Weenie has done it again."
What the hell? That's amazing.
Oh, that's the best thing ever. I'm so glad you put him on your list, Craig.
Wow. I never, to be
Oh,
honest, he's one of the ones that I knew of but didn't know anything about. And
Same.
just reading up on him, I'm like, I gotta put him on there. There's a
Great
few of
call,
those.
man.
yeah.
That's freaking awesome. The green.
No,
I
that
want to. I want to make a green weenie shirt now.
Yeah, they're probably out there. They're probably
I,
out there.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm getting one. I'm getting one on eBay if they're still out there, man.
Yeah, some vintage shop or something.
Yes. Oh man, that's so awesome. Oh, I love it. Oh, that was your seven, Craig?
That was my seven.
Okay. So my number seven, and this again, who knows? But this is another guy that could be higher on your list. And he's one of the most famous guys outside of announcing too, and that is a guy Johnny Carson, sarcastically nicknamed Mr. Baseball, and that
Oh
is
yeah,
Bob Euchre.
50 plus years he just passed, and he was doing it right up until he died. Right, the season before he died, he was there.
yeah.
71 to 1924, 54 seasons as the Brewers announcer, 69 total years in baseball if you go back to when he was drafted and started playing minor leagues.
And also the same team. He didn't bounce around like some of these other guys.
Nope, he
No.
did. That was straight up Brewers, man. Straight up Brewers. That's it.
Right? And
You
you got
know,
Mr. Belvedere. You got Major League.
Yeah, just a bit outside. Yeah, 6 seasons of Mr. Belvedere, which is no joke. I mean,
Oh, and
and
don't forget, he's got responsible for one of the best moments in the history of wrestling
which,
Oh
oh
yeah,
my,
that's right.
remind me, I'm blanking. What is it?
when Andre the Giant choked him in WrestleMania 4.
Oh, I forgot. Absolutely.
That is the funniest thing that wrestling has ever done. When he,
Oh.
because that apparently it wasn't scripted, and you could see Andre because he's slow moving off the camera, laughing his ass off. He chokes him, and Bob Uecker puts on the most ridiculous face I've ever seen.
That
And
is
you got
awesome.
to call
Oh,
up a
that's
picture. Actually, you know what? Do it right. You can go ahead and do it. Just call
yeah,
up a
yeah, yeah.
picture of Bob Uecker getting choked by Andre the Giant. It's hysterical. And right before that, Andre's got his hand on his shoulder. He's like, "Hey, would you mind getting your foot off my shoulder?"
Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Yes, yes. And there's Andre laughing his butt off too.
Yeah, it's so great.
Oh man. And Uke, of course, rolls with like the pro he is, rolls with it, hams it up, and that's beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Great call. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Uke, man.
What else you
Yeah,
got? Anything
so
else you got, Jordan?
What was that?
I was wondering if you had anything else for you.
Um,
is he on your list, by the way? Did he make yours? Either of your
yeah,
guys?
he's actually my number two.
Oh, right.
He's my number three.
Right on. And I'm not surprised he's higher, and it's absolutely fair. You know what I mean? Just a tough list to figure out where to put guys. Yeah, I just have couple things, and then Jordan go to town. He called. They don't have an exact number for some reason I couldn't find, but I found that they estimate he called roughly 8,400 games.
Insane.
Insane. I mean, what in the world? 3 World Series, 3 All-Star games, and then go ahead. Whoever has more on the uke, and then I have some quotes I want to read. A couple really
Okay,
good ones.
I got a stat that you're going to be surprised.
Oh, hit me.
For his very limited hitting exploits, which he was not a very good hitter, which is and he always was self-deprecating on how bad he was. But he does have something very interesting. He hit a home run off of Ferguson Jenkins, Sandy Koufax, and Gaylord Perry.
Oh, wow,
Wow.
that's amazing.
All
And
three of them.
I'll throw one of my quotes at you to bounce right off of that because this tells you how self-deprecating he was. Because he ignores that he hit a home run off of Sandy Koufax in this quote. Somebody asked him about his career highlights. He said, "Career highlights? I had two. I got an intentional walk from Sandy Koufax, and I got out of a rundown against the Mets."
Yeah, I think he was downplaying. He I mean he wasn't good obviously, but he was downplaying. He had some decent uh, hitting numbers sometimes. He wasn't that bad as he was claiming to be. But yeah, yeah, home
That's
runs off all three of those Hall of Famers.
that's incredible. That's a great stat, man. Jordan, do you have anything else you want to throw in before I do some quotes? Please go right ahead.
Um, just definitely one of those guys who'd love to make fun of himself. Like, I don't
Yeah.
think there's a story where there's not um a one where he's always making people laugh or just like you said, making fun of himself. Um,
He's a character.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's one of the funniest things ever. Like, I remember we're reading a story. I don't know if you guys heard this. In batting practice during Game Two of the '64 World Series, he sagged fly balls while using a tuba.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
That's great.
he sagged a fly ball with a tuba. And then, what's my other favorite one?
That's
Oh,
awesome.
the Milwaukee Brewers as a player wanted to sign him, and they're like, for some of them like $1 million or $1,000, something like that. They're like, we want you to play baseball for us. And Bob Uecker, you could tell how long he had this personality. He looks at his parents and looks at the scouts and goes, "We don't have that much money."
Oh, that guy. What a gem, man. What a freaking gem.
Don't forget all the Miller Lite commercials too.
All the Miller Lite commercials were, oh, must be in the front row.
Yes.
I've been quoting that since the 80s or whenever they started, man. Every time I go to a stadium, I must be in the front row. That's so awesome. So
uh,
I got a couple quotes for you guys here. There's some just some priceless stuff. I could have done 50 of them, but I got four. So this is one of his more famous ones, and it's a great one. How do you catch a knuckleball? You wait until it stops rolling and then go pick it up. And that came after a season of catching Phil Necro in
Yes.
one of his last seasons in the league. Um, what's another one here? Okay. I love this one too. In 1962, I was named minor league player of the year. It was my second season in the big leagues. Oh shoot! This one was great for me as a Phillies fan. One time I got pulled over at he played one season for the Phillies, by the way. One time I got pulled over at 4 a.m. I was fined $75 for being intoxicated and $400 for being with the Phillies. Now this one's a little longer, but it's worth it. And this is the last one. The biggest thrill a ball player can have is when your son takes after you. That happened when Bobby Jr. was in his championship Little League game. He really showed me something. He struck out 3 times, made an error that lost the game. Parents were throwing things at our car and swearing at us as we drove off. Gosh, was I proud. Uke.
this one's funny. Here's a quote. He goes, "I knew my career was over when in 1965 my baseball card came out and there was no picture."
Nice. Nice. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, absolute gem, like you said.
No, no doubt, no doubt. I mean, a quote machine. We could do euchre quotes as long as we can do Ricky Henderson quotes.
No, honestly.
Ricky Henny.
Ricky
Yep.
Henny.
Oh man.
All
All right.
right.
So that
So
was my 7. So to you, Jordan.
all right. So my number 6. Uh, another dude way out of my time, and I think your guys' time. Uh, Mel Allen.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
he's right in my wheelhouse.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, he
Number
started in
4 for me.
1939, but I watched This Week in Baseball every week, and he was the host of that.
I am right there with Craig. He was huge. I mean, it's hard to understand if unless you lived when Craig or when Craig and I lived because there wasn't 24-hour a day highlights. There was, I mean, like I didn't. My family didn't have ESPN until like the mid to late '80s. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
So Twib Notes and This Week in Baseball was it, man. Like you waited all week to find out what happened in the game elsewhere. And he would pack an entire week of baseball into half an hour, I think it was, and it was just a special thing, man. It's hard to relate to that now in a way, but it was awesome, man. It was so good. His voice is so unique. I mean, just one of a kind. I mean, all these guys have great voices, but his is just completely unique. I've never heard anybody else that talks like him or even close.
Sounds a little like a frog.
Yeah, yeah, he's got a little bit of a frog. He's got this sort of twang kind of thing that I can't mimic him at all. But there's a thing to it that is completely unique, and he's just one of my all time favorites. I had him at number 4. Where did you have him, Craig? Did he make it, or was he an honorable mention?
I have him at number 2
Right on, right on.
because, 33 years he was a Washington Senators before he was with the Yankees. Then he became the voice of the Yankees, and then a lot of people that grew up at that time still consider him the voice of the Yankees. And he was very chatty talking. So the people that didn't like him, there were always detractors. With all these guys, said that he would talk too much and telling stories and stuff. But his baseball knowledge was off the chart, and he came up with how about that? That
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
how about that? And then in the Naked Gun. By the way, the Naked Gun. Do you remember the Naked Gun when they went to the baseball game at the end and they had like 9 announcers?
Yes.
Yes.
They had everybody was in there.
It
They
was.
had
It was.
they had Vin Scully was in there. Kurt Gowdy was in there. Tim McCarver was in there. And definitely Mel Allen was there because he said when the tiger ran on the field and started eating the player, that he said, "How about that?"
Yes, totally, man, totally. It was whoever
And
made those
Dr.
those.
Joyce Brothers was there too.
That's yes. Well, if we needed sex tips too, yeah. Whoever was responsible for that casting was a baseball fan, a real baseball fan.
Yeah, there's even more, and I don't remember everybody, but I do remember those most of them. And I know Kurt Gowdy was kind of like the lead guy,
Yeah,
and then but yeah, Tim McCarver. There was a lot of people there. It was great. It was great. But anyway, yeah, yeah, you can't Mel Allen. He's one of the very very best.
no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Couple fun things. He called 22 World Series and 24 All Star games.
Yeah, but all with the Yankees because they were in the World Series that long.
18 straight from 46 to 63 World Series. That's insane. He was with the Yankees from 39 to 64 and again from 76 to 85. I didn't realize, Craig, I don't know if this would surprise you at all. It did me a little bit. This week, did This Week in Baseball from 77 to 96.
Really, I didn't know that.
I thought it was over by the mid to late 80s or something, you
I
know?
thought it was over like early '90s, but '96.
Yeah,
Like
man.
I would
Yes.
if you were
Oh,
91.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was,
Oh,
I would have
there.
said somewhere right around 90. So, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Amazing. He was also I don't want to say the name of the guy that also got it the very first year, but 1978 was the first year of the Ford Frick Award, and they gave it to two people. One of them was Mel Allen.
Yeah. I mean, he is revered.
Revered, revered. He's also the guy who called Bill Mazeroski's Game 7 walk-off home run in the 1960 World Series.
Yes, he did. Yep.
And it's a great call. It's a great call. It really is. It gets a little buried by the crowd noise at a certain point, but man, it's a great call.
Jordan, you have anything else? Because it was your guy.
Uh, no, I think you guys said what I was gonna say.
Oh,
Yeah.
man,
No,
I got
you're good.
excited about Mel Allen.
No, you're good.
I love it.
Obviously, he's a well-known. Um,
Legend.
and yeah, thank you. That and broadcaster. That's the other word I was looking for. Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, but basically, yeah, couldn't agree with what you guys said. Just basically a well-known legend and broadcaster, and yeah, I'll agree with what you said. Still, probably the voice of the Yankees. They haven't found their guy yet.
Right. Well, I mean, now would be Sterling, but yeah, he's still considered it by
Yeah.
quite a lot of people.
Right.
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
gonna move on if we're ready.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I'm gonna go to number 6, man responsible for two of the most famous quotes in baseball, Jack Buck.
Oh, yes, sir. And that is my number three.
He did it for 48 years, broadcasting for St. Louis. He was on ABC, NBC, and CBS. Done countless World Series. He's got the "We Will See You Tomorrow Night,"
Yeah,
and I don't believe what I just saw. And those are the two best, like most iconic quotes that I can think of, and they're both by the same guy.
absolutely. And I'll throw a third one at you. And it was when Ozzie Smith won the
Oh yeah,
85
go
NL.
crazy, folks.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. That was the 85 NLCS when Ozzie Smith hit the first left-handed home run of his career.
Yep.
Uh, yeah. He was. What was he for me? Oh, he was my number 4.
Right
Yeah.
on.
Was he on your
Um.
list, Al?
Yeah, he was my number three, Craig.
Oh, okay, okay. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a legend. He's well known, and yeah, those quotes and those calls, really just a good. I mean. these other guys got these nicknames and they've got these little interesting things about him. He doesn't have all that. He worked just so long in those calls, him doing his job to the best of his ability and not, without anything extra, and he's still that high on all of our lists and that highly regarded still.
See, yeah, that's what I loved about Jack Buck is he was no BS. He
Yep.
was just call the game and do, and he would add. He had the like three of the greatest quotes of all time in incredible in three of the best moments in baseball history. So it was he was understated if anything, and I love that.
Yep. Totally
Yep.
agree.
Yeah.
I have two quotes real quick for Jack Buck about him. This is one is from the legendary Marty Brennaman, the Reds announcer, who described the Kirk Gibson call this way. The thing that amazes me about him, and all of us have our own styles, is he understated things to the extent that they more than adequately conveyed what people saw and thought. When Kirk Gibson hit the home run off of Eckersley to win the World Series game, he said 7 words. I don't believe what I just saw. And that conveyed everything that people in Dodger Stadium were thinking and people watching on TV or listening on radio were thinking. He said it exactly the way it was. That's a talent that very few people like us in the business have. He was amazing. He never big timed anybody. He never thought he was important. He was genuinely amazed at the following he has. He was special. He really was.
And that sums it up perfectly.
It really does. And this is just one more quick one from Chip Carey. When Mark McGuire hit the home run in 98, we were all there watching Jack stand and applaud. A man who had seen everything, and there were tears coming down his eyes. That's how much he loved the game.
Yep. That's
Wow.
perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Um, does anybody have Marty Brenneman on their list?
He's
Nope.
on my honorable mentions. He did not make my top 10, but he very well could have.
Okay, yeah, because he's on my honorable mentions too, and there's definitely some interesting things. So he's one of the guys I definitely want to talk about when we're done.
He's definitely worth that. Absolutely. Yeah. He was one of I limited myself to 3, and he was one of them. Anybody else have anything on Jack?
Um.
I'm good.
Yeah. No. I just guess. Like you guys said, just legendary announcer. Probably one of the best. And yeah, like what the quote you just said, Al, with Chip Carey.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like you could tell one announcer who's that passionate about baseball.
It's a beautiful thing, man. Like, and to be, I mean, he was that was towards the end of his career, and he was still feeling the game like that. That's just beautiful to me.
Yeah.
All right. Should I go to that was your 6, Craig? Am I correct? Oh, did we
I
lose Craig?
want maybe
Sorry, yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, no worries. Was
Yeah,
that your number 6?
that was my 6. Yeah.
All right, cool,
uh,
cool. So my number 6, and this is definitely a bit of a homer thing, but it is also legit. He got the Ford Frick Award in '02. He was the Phillies broadcaster the Color Man from 1963 until he passed away in 1997. He is arguably the best player that's going to be on these lists. You can make a case for Scooter too, um, but that is Richie Whitey Ashburn. And I guarantee he didn't make either of your top 10s or probably even the honorable mentions. Am I correct?
Hang on, I came across his name for sure. He's not in my top 10s, but hang on, I'm gotta get back to my honorable mentions. I definitely remember seeing his name. And you know what? I didn't put him on. No, he didn't make my honorable mentions. But I remember seeing his name, and I thought about it for sure.
That's totally understandable. I mean, he's a Philly legend, and I wouldn't expect necessarily for him to make the. I was pleasantly surprised to see that he got the Ford Frick Award. I didn't even remember that. I knew he was in the Hall of Fame as a player, but he's one of the few guys that's in as a player and announcer. Um, and he was priceless. One of the funniest people. driest sense of humor, low key. He knew how to let the game breathe, and I love it. It's been very hard for me to listen to baseball um, since he's been gone, and one other guy. But I it's he had a special way of just calling stuff, and he was so funny, man. I'll give you a couple quotes. One, he was talking about it. They didn't say who this was, but it was somebody who had just come up to the major leagues, and he said on air, "The kid doesn't chew tobacco, smoke, drink, curse, or chase broads. I don't see how he can possibly make it."
Hmm?
Another one. Now this was from an interview with Harry Callis, his partner from 71 to 97. When Harry started in 71, Whitey had already been there since 1963, well established in Philly. And one of the producers asked Harry to work Richie into the conversation as much as possible. And he talked to Whitey about that. And Whitey said to Harry, if I don't have anything pertinent to say, I'm not going to say it. Now, do you know how many announcers could take a lesson from that quote?
Oh yeah, yeah. They there's a lot of announcers that are like the Yankees have a couple of these young guys, and it seems like they don't really they're not schooled enough.
They don't
And
know how to let it breathe, right?
right, and yeah, they're too quick. I mean, the game
It's
is a lot quicker. Trying to move quicker as it is, but they don't let it breathe.
Yeah, man. So that's and if if any Philly fan out there that listened to that team for years and years like I did understands. I mean, I remember just like I if I would watch as much as I could. That team would be from innings 1 through 4 on TV, then on radio from five, oh wait, 1 through 3, radio 4 through 6, and then back on TV from 7 till the end of the game, whether in the ninth or whatever. And and I would go back and forth. I would never listen to the other guys, even though they were fine, but they weren't Harry and Whitey. And so it was, and they knew how to let a game breathe. I remember driving down the road one time, and you heard nothing but crowd noise for like 4 minutes.
Yeah, and that's
I
letting
mean,
it breathe.
that is letting it breathe. And when they always had something to say when the time was right, so it was just beautiful. And I, here's here's my favorite quote from this whole thing, and this is Harry Callis telling a story after Whitey died. So this is on. The quote explains itself. A player fouled off a pitch and broke his bat, and this is in Harry Callis's perspective. So player fouled off a pitch and broke his bat. I thought, well, I better work Richie in here. I said, Whitey, a game bat must be very important to you. And Whitey said, Harry, it really is. When I was going well with a particular bat, I wouldn't trust leaving it around the clubhouse or the dugout. We would be on a road trip, and I'd take my bat back to the hotel and go to bed with it. In fact, I've been to bed with a lot of old bats in my day. He said that on air in the 70s.
That is gold. That is
Gold.
absolute gold. That is great.
Unbelievable. And here's the last one, and I think you'll get just as big a kick out of this one. So, here, where are you? Where are you? Here we go. Wait, here we go. So during long, there's a famous pizza place in Philly called Celebray's Pizza. All right.
Okay.
Yep.
And this is another Harry Callis quote. During long games, he'd be getting hungry, and he would say, "I wonder if the people at Celebray's Pizza are listening." And 15 minutes later, a pizza would be delivered to the booth. After
Wow.
After a while, the Phillies brass told him, Celebrate's not a sponsor. You can't give them free plugs. A few games later, it's almost midnight. The game is in extra innings. And Whitey said, Tonight I'd like to send birthday wishes to those Celebrate twins, plain and pepperoni. And 30 minutes later, the pizzas arrived. Freaking Whitey. Oh, man. Oh, and then just because I never can miss an opportunity to remind people how good he was as a player, because he is one of the most underrated players in the history of Major League Baseball, in my opinion. Here's a quote that was a tribute. It was written in his when he what do you call it, obituary by a writer named Eric Emmerich when he passed away in '97. Ashburn never really held the respect of most fans outside of Philadelphia. The Majors had three other center fielders who were the talk of the game at the time: Willie Mays, Duke Snyder, and Mickey Mantle. But Richie was a great player, natural leadoff hitter, and the best glove man of the bunch. When the 50s came to an end, Ashburn had more hits than any other man who played during that era. That's right, more than Musial, more than Williams, more than Mantle, Mays, or Snyder. And that's a fact. You can look it up.
Wow.
Nice.
Very nice.
Richie Ashburn,
That
number six.
that's a good one. I'm surprised I didn't put him on the list with all that information now, but I should have at least had him on the honorable mentions.
All good, man. It's just it's so tough because there's I mean so many people that are going to be left off that are justified. So it's all good. Yeah, but that's
Alrighty.
my number six, Whitey Ashburn.
All right.
That oh, I like that pick. That's awesome. Um,
Thanks, man.
all right. Well, my number five, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
Yes, sir.
all right, Al. Well, we're going back into we're staying with Philadelphia.
I think
Um,
I got the same number five as you.
oh, okay. Well, my number five, Harry Callis.
That's my number five as well.
I let me tell you, I love and respect that you guys put this guy so high. Harry Callis is my number one.
Yep,
Wow, really?
I figured he was going to be. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know Al loves Harry Carroll. He's explained this to me a few times. I knew he was going to be his number one.
Right on. Yeah, yeah. I was pretty transparent for sure. If with me and Craig, because he's definitely come up a few times. I love this guy. You guys go ahead. And oh, and then I'm gonna when I read a couple quotes later, I want you to listen to that clip I pulled up. Okay, but
Okay.
go ahead and say your stuff about Harry first.
Um. Yeah. Just well, great person. Philadelphia Phillies. Um, he was with the play-by-play announcer with them for a very long time.
I think it was
Uh,
45 years.
39 from 71 to '09. He was with the Houston. He was the Houston Astros first play-by-play guy in the history of the franchise, and that was the other 6 or 7 years, whatever it adds up to.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
wow.
yeah,
Okay.
he was 45 years as a broadcaster then.
You got it, my man. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Just he had so many legendary calls as well. Um. From what the Mike Schmidt's 500. Uh.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, the did
remember
just a lot of legendary calls.
Michael Jack Smith Schmidt.
Yep.
That is one of the most legendary of all time for sure. Is was Schmidt's 500th, no doubt.
And just he's really a great announcer, and I feel like you gotta give him love. I had to put him at number five, because he's definitely up there with one of the best announcers of all time. Um, then also, in my opinion, Al, I don't know if you agree. No disrespect to I can't think of the play-by-play guy right now for Philly. No disrespect to him, but the probably the best Philly broadcaster of in a very long time.
Not even close. The Phillies announcing team died to me forever the day Harry Kalas died.
Yep.
I have not been able to listen to them since. I will listen to them in short bursts. Mostly when I watch the Phillies, I watch it with it on mute because I just can't do it. It's Whitey died in '97. Harry died in what was it '09,
Oh yeah.
and so I made it 12 years after Whitey because of Harry. But when Harry died, that was it for me, man, and it'll never be the same again.
Yep. I can see that. I totally see that.
He was a
Yeah.
special one.
Yeah. No, he was. Um. Yeah. So like I said, definitely up there, and yeah. That's all I have. You guys got
Yeah.
anything?
No, go ahead, Alex. 'Cause I'm already calling this clip back up again.
Okay, so go ahead and check that out. and I'm gonna
How
read
long
some.
do I? It's at 54 seconds in, right?
All here's why I'm having you listen to it. It's actually it's some of the quotes I read about Whitey Ashburn, but I just want you to listen to the voice.
Oh, okay.
Just
Oh,
listen to that voice.
I'm sorry. What clip was it again? I'm sorry.
On YouTube, look up Harry Callis and Richie Ashburn, and then look for the clip that is. It just said it's just a picture of Harry Callis, and it's 5 minutes and 16 seconds long. And while you're looking, I'm going to read a couple Harry quotes. So, one of my favorites that isn't maybe I don't know if this one's that well known outside of Philly, but there was a in on August 9th, '06 versus the Braves. Chase Utley, who's it was one of Harry's favorite guys to call, scored from second base on a Ryan Howard ground ball back to the pitcher, which is a very Chase Utley thing to do. And the call ends up with him saying, "Chase Utley, you are the man." And then one more call that I want to read, and that was Jim Tomey's 400th home run. It is if this one is really worth looking up if anybody hasn't heard it. He says, "Could it be? Could it be? It is out of here." Number 400 for Jim Tomey. Phillies have tied the game in the first, and take a bow, big man.
That is that. I do remember that call. That's a great call.
That's a beauty, man. And his signature call was it would be some form of swing and a long drive. That ball is out of here.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yep.
And he got the out of here, which I never knew until doing this research. He got the out of here while standing around the batting cage in the 70s while the Phils were taking batting practice. And Larry Boa said it about one. I forget who hit it, probably Mike Schmidt, but somebody hit one out. And Larry Boa just casually said, that's out of here. And Harry took it and ran with it for the next almost 40 years, 40 or 30 years or whatever it would be.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So, okay. Did you get a chance to listen to that, Craig?
I did. His voice. I. I mean, his voice is really deep in that clip. He's got probably the best voice of all of anybody.
And that's why I brought this up because that's the case I wanted to make. I think he has the greatest voice in the history of baseball broadcasting. It's close in football with John Facenda, the guy who did NFL film stuff before Harry Callis.
Yes, and his voice is excellent.
Yeah, it's a neck and neck race. I have a hard time being objective, but Facenda's so good, I have to acknowledge that. But in baseball, I don't think anybody tops Harry Callis. And there's some great voices out there, but Harry's the guy. In fact, Wikipedia, I forget who they were quoting, but they describe his voice as mellow, baritone, and leathery.
Yes, I agree.
um, and to go with that, he was the NFL. He did NFL films from 1975 to '09 when he passed away, and he was the voice of NFL films solely after John Facenda passed in 1984. He was also the sole voice of the highlights on Inside the NFL, which was a great show on HBO forever. It was kind of like the This Week in Baseball of football for a long time. And he was the voice of the highlights from 77 to '08.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Damn.
go ahead.
No, no, I was just saying, like, I didn't realize it was that long.
Unbelievable. I didn't either, man. I didn't either. But, I mean, I listened to a ton of that and watched that show for a long time, but I didn't realize it was that either. Just like Mel Allen with the This Week in Baseball. And then the last thing is, and something that anybody wants to if look it up on their own time. It's so he was known. He loved the song High Hopes, the one about the rubber tree plant, if anybody knows it. And there's a wonderful clip. My favorite Phillies team ever, I've said it before, is the team that lost the Joe Carter World Series, '93's Macho Row, with all the mullets and Mitch Williams and Kurt Schilling with his head in the towel and all the guys on steroids. Don't care. Love that team. and when they won the NLCS, there's a clip of him, and this is one of the like all-time baseball like tough guy teams. These guys were cool, they were tough, and they were kind of badasses. And and this team just melted, singing along to Harry Callis doing High Hopes. Harry had a little buzz on, and and the whole team's half wasted, and they're singing High Hopes, and you can just see the reverence for Harry Callis and all these guys with their mullets. It's a beautiful thing.
That is awesome. That is great.
No, that is
Wow.
really
Yeah,
awesome.
he's one of the all time greats, obviously. And
I love. I'm really thrilled that you guys had him so high because I wasn't sure how much he would make on your list being outside of Philly. So that's really cool to me.
well, yeah. I mean, for me
Well,
to know him and know him that well, being where I'm at compared to where compared to Philly, shows you right there that he's well known and well respected. Because I know not all about him, but I've heard quite a few of his calls. I heard him call plenty of games.
That's awesome. That's so cool to me. I
yeah,
love that.
I
And I
don't
have
think.
one oh I'm
Uh,
sorry, Jordan. Go ahead, please. Please.
no, I was gonna say I don't think I really heard of him. Because obviously younger years, I was more of a Yankee fan than I am now. But I think my first one was the call in 2008, the final out where he goes, "The Phillies are World Series champions of baseball." I think that's how I got
Yes.
into him, and from then on, I kind of actually did try to do my research.
Yes, yes. Oh man, and by the way, any listeners out there that haven't seen this, because most people outside of Philly wouldn't have, look up the video of if you guys can do it now. If you, I don't know if we'll be able to find it quickly. If not, it's okay. I can just talk about it in the meantime. Look up the video of that call. 2008 World Series win. There's they have an in booth camera that they showed on Philly News after the fact, and his play by play guy at the time was a guy named Chris Wheeler. Harry is just staring at the field, making the call like the ultimate professional. What's funny about the clip is Chris Wheeler is going in, he's not saying a word, but he is going insane in the background. He is pumping his fists, he's standing up, he's doing, I mean, busts into like a Richard Simmons calisthenic routine. He's losing his mind, all while Harry is just being the ultimate professional and making the perfect call. It's
Is it
beautiful.
2008?
Yes, and you have to look for the in booth shot or something. I forget how you find it, but it is something else. I'll see if I can find it in the meantime too. It is insane.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Okay, check it out. Check it out. And then it's real quick, and then we'll talk about
Yeah, I see the guy in the background going nuts.
it. He's losing his mind. Wheels. They called him Wheels. That was his nickname. Wheels is losing his mind, and Harry's just laser beamed on the field. You know what I mean? It's beautiful.
Oh, that is great. Chris Wheeler.
Yep, good old Wheels, man. Yes. And then I just have one more Harry call I want to read real quick because he was, a lot of these guys. There's a negative connotation to the home being a homer announcer. Not to me. That's what I want from my home team announcer. And he wasn't over the top with it, but every now and then it would come out, especially when the Phils would lose a game. And this is my favorite one that I could find when the Phils lost. This is from September 8th, 2005, and it's in a game-winning three-run home run by Craig Biggio in the top of the ninth off Billy Wagner. And here's the call. Oh no, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. A three-run home run by Craig Biggio. I messed it up. All the runs are unearned, but who cares?
Yeah, because no, yeah, that's accurate. That's what he should be saying. Who cares?
Exactly. Who
Yeah,
cares? Ah, beautiful, beautiful. I love it, and
That's
that's all I
fantastic.
have on Harry. Thanks for indulging me, guys, because I was most excited about that one and Whitey.
you're
That, that's fantastic.
no, that's awesome.
All
Oh
right,
man,
So whose was that?
uh, that was my number five.
Okay,
yeah,
Craig.
my number five as well.
Oh, that's right. And my number five was Harry Carey.
All right, so we
All
can go
right.
to number four.
Well, I'm done until number one.
My
Um,
go ahead, Craig. Do you have a four?
I do have a four.
Hey, there we go.
My number
also,
four. My number four is. I think we mentioned him at one point earlier. Red Barber.
This is the guy real quick. This is the guy that I am kicking my own butt for not getting on the list, but I had to get my two Philly guys. This guy deserves to be way higher than I put him, and he was my last honorable mention.
Yeah, he did it for 33 years. He was broadcaster for Brooklyn Dodgers and the Yankees. And the reason why I have him on here is before him, these announcers had no personality. They were just stoic and kind of just telling you what's happening in the game. And if there was silence, there was silence, and it was not. There was no entertainment value at all to the announcers.
And
And
boy, did this guy bring entertainment value.
he is the father of modern day baseball broadcasting.
Absolutely. Uh, one of the, and if anybody ever played the old school, like I can't remember if it was late '90s, early 2000s, one of the MLB video games.
Yep.
This guy coined the phrase "can of corn."
Yeah. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But yeah, pioneer of modern radio broadcasting. He started telling stories. He was filling dead air time before they never did that, and he was showing a personality. And before they were told not to show a personality, you're just there to state what's happening, and that's it.
Just the facts, man.
Yeah. And of course, there were some exceptions, like Giants win the pennant and all that. Um, but yeah, even so, um, I think Red Barber was before that anyway, right? Yeah, he was pretty early.
He was very early.
Yeah, so he probably was before that anyway. But that kind of call probably came because of him.
No doubt about it. This guy was a legend and a trailblazer. No doubt about it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my number. That's my number six. Number four. I'm sorry, but yeah, I don't have a whole lot on him other than those few things.
I
But
have a
yeah,
couple things for you.
yeah, perfect.
So there's a these are signature catchphrases. All right, we talked about can of corn, which is still around. Um, for a team on a winning streak, he would say they're tearing up the pea patch. um,
They're tearing
if
up the
the
what?
the pea patch, like the vegetable peas.
Oh, geez. Okay.
um, if the Dodgers loaded the bases, he'd say the bases are FOB, which stood for full of Brooklyns.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
He canned the phrase a rhubarb for a heated dispute. When people say we got a rhubarb going on, which is an old school term, you don't hear it much anymore, but I heard it a lot in old movies and stuff. Another one is sitting in the catbird seat when a player was performing exceptionally well, walking in the tall cotton to describe success. If the guy didn't made an error, he would often say that the ball was slicker than boiled okra.
Wow.
A graceful fielder, he would say, was as easy as a bank of fog.
What?
Easy as a bank of fog.
I never heard any of these.
These are great, aren't they? And a lot of them that didn't survive past him, probably, but these are just priceless. And this is probably my favorite one that, other than the pea patch one. This is for a closely contested game. He would say, tighter than a new pair of shoes on a rainy day.
Oh my God, that is great.
I mean, come on. So yeah, Red Barber, and he was somebody's mentor. I think I tried not to say it earlier. Who was it? Was it Gowdy? No, it'll take me a second. Oh, it was
Vin, actually, yeah, I know who his mentor was. Somebody who we haven't mentioned yet.
That's right, and that's why I didn't mention it. Okay, we'll leave that alone for now. But yes, so I mean, just an all-time legend, and he was. It came to me after I'd already solidified myself, and I was going to get my two Philly guys in no matter what. So I think he lost out to Whitey probably, but great name, all timer.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Did you come across Red Barber in your research, Jordan?
I did. He was my honorable mention.
Right on, right on.
Absolutely. Okay. You got number four, Al?
My number four was Mel Allen.
All right. And you don't have a three, Jordan?
No, my three was Harry Carey.
Okay, well, my three was Bob Euchre.
All right. And my three was Jack Buck.
Okay,
Around
Okay.
and around we go.
Uh,
Jordan, you do not have a number two, correct?
yeah, that was Bob Uecker.
my number two was
Craig.
Mel Allen.
Well, my number two is your guy's number one. I would bet everything I own. And he probably should be number one. But again, I went Homer with Harry, and I will stand by it because he's my guy. However, this guy is the all time legend of legends in baseball announcing, and that is Vin Scully.
Yes, and obviously he's my
That's
number one.
mine too.
Right on, right on. You guys go right ahead and talk Vin. I'm going to run and take a quick break. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
To talk about, like he said, legend of legends. Oh my goodness, uh, that voice is unmistakable. And he was with Brooklyn or the L.A. for 67 years,
Yeah.
and he
uh,
was a disciple of Red Barber. He learned under Red Barber, so that's what we were talking about earlier.
which is awesome because you want to talk about a guy who just filled in dead air. There was like no dead air with Vin Scully.
No,
Always,
he had unmistakable stories. He had stories for days. Like he could just tell stories all day long.
yeah. Which is like um, amazes me because he always has a story for each player. um,
Yeah,
it's awesome. It's just like you said, like his voice is so iconic. Like you could close your eyes and know who he is.
yep,
Is just an amazing dude. Voice of the really voice of the Dodgers.
yeah,
For many years. So many iconic calls. Uh, yeah, it's just there's there's not many words in the English dictionary to describe Vin Scully. Um,
Mm.
he's one of one.
Yes, perfect.
yes. Um, I mean, this is what like you guys were mentioning with Red Barber. This is what an announcer should be. I don't know. Like the announcers now, I don't like. I don't care for them. But
Right there with you, my friend.
because and I know there's like a line like keep it entertaining and stuff, but I feel like Vince Scully, even if he wasn't talking about the game, he still kept you entertained about something with baseball because it's about you know oh hey did you know this guy who's in the game, he did this, or there was I think I remember a story he did of like some dude's mom was like a baker. Like yes, it's all topic, but it's kind of about someone. Now you have announcers, who like are just sitting there. Next thing you know, they're laughing because it's something they did off air or off camera. It's like, okay, like you lost my interest. you know?
Yeah, that's so awesome. Yep, absolutely. And Craig, you mentioned earlier with and I'm blanking on his name, but with one of the old school guy that you brought up, I think it was year 10 or 9. That guy kind of coined the conversational style or started it.
Yeah, that
Well,
was John
guess.
Miller. That was John Miller.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, this is the perfection of that, but all by
Yes,
himself. He
yes. That's another thing too. He did a lot of games without a color analyst. It was by himself a lot of
a
the
ton of
times.
it, and you could listen, you could turn off the game and just listen to him, and it was, I mean, it was just beautiful. Just it was just he would just weave these stories. He didn't miss the game. You always got the game. He always kept the game important, but the stories he would weave around it were just unbelievable. Like Jordan was saying about the baking woman, he would tell stories about the farm a guy grew up on or whatever, and then I mean, just on and on and on, just unbelievable. Like you said, one of one. I mean, just the all time. I mean, just boom. He did you know, by the way, my love for nicknames. Did you know that he had the nickname the Transistor Kid?
I didn't know that.
I had never
No.
heard that before. So the reason he got that nickname is because, and I remember this from going to games in the '80s. And tell me, Craig, and people might still do it, but in the '80s and the '90s, there was if I went to see the Phillies, every other person had a little handheld transistor radio with them, and they were listening to Harry Callis while they were watching the game in the stadium.
Yeah, I've seen people do that before too.
And in apparently this all started with Vin Scully in the '50s, and
Oh wow,
he became known as the Transistor Kid because everybody started bringing their radios to the game because they wanted to hear Vin while they were watching it.
wow! I wonder how much of a delay there was
I don't know. That's a really good question. You know, I don't know. That's a great question.
because I never did that.
Yeah, yeah, man. Oh,
Um,
here's a real. Oh, go ahead, Jordan.
no, I was say I actually found out because I looked it up why he liked alone. He said he liked to work alone because he preferred the storytelling freedom of it by itself, and he believed that if he were that working alone allowed him to create more of a personal connection with the audience, making them feel like he was speaking directly to them rather than the other person in the booth.
That's beautiful. It makes a lot of sense. It felt that way listening
Yeah,
to him
and he
for
was
sure.
telling a lot of stories.
A lot. I mean, he was Mr. Story. You know, like he the story, just amazing. I mean, I you can just pull. There's a ton of it on YouTube where you can just pull up. Hey, Vin told this story in the seventh inning of this game or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
it's a it's a beautiful thing to listen to, man. You know, he was something else, man. Do you guys know? This is a fun fact, and I didn't know this until doing the research. Either of you have come across this or want to take a guess at who he replaced when he started with the Dodgers in 1950?
Um,
I'm
I'm
trying.
trying to see it. I'm trying to look and see if anybody was it. Red Barber?
Excellent guess. Incorrect. It would be Ernie Harwell.
Oh, yes. Brooklyn was his
Wow.
first job. Yes. Yep.
So Mr. Dodger replaced Mr. Tiger. He was also the youngest ever to call a World Series, and it's hard to believe that in 1953 he was 25 years old. It's hard to, that we've talked about unbreakable records in baseball. It's hard to believe that one will ever be broken for an announcer.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. The Yankees have a couple of guys that are pretty young, but they're probably not going to get to the World Series. And also, uh, even if they do, I don't think they're quite 25. I think they're older than that.
Yeah, and even it's because you got to think if just to become an announcer anymore, you've got to get through 4 years of broadcasting school to get a whiff of a field. You're
Right.
not,
And then
you're,
you got
you're
to
not,
probably go through the minors and everything else.
yeah. So you got 3 years from graduating college in a normal course of a life to get to a World Series to break Vin's record, and that's almost impossible.
Right.
Um, here's my two things about Vin. One quote, and then a really fun fact that blew my mind, and I think you guys will find it interesting. Um, One is his call of Hank Aaron's 715th, the record breaker. And oh, here's another fun trivia question. Either of you guys know? And I didn't know this. Either of you guys know who was playing left field when Hank Aaron hit the home run? It's a name we've talked about on a pod not too long ago, actually.
Hmm.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm
I
trying
never would have come up with this. Never would have come up with this.
trying to remember who they played. Now
So
just
it was the Dodgers because it was Vin was calling it.
It wasn't. No. Who was? All right.
yeah,
Who is it?
yeah, just toss.
Bill Buckner.
Really?
Yep. Yep.
Did not know that.
I didn't either. I can't believe I never knew that before. So here's Vin's call, and this is just because to me that home run is about more than baseball. It's about society. It's about black and white. It's about race relations. It is one of the most important things that sports can, outside of Jackie Robinson, that sports could give to race relations.
Yes.
Um, and Vin understood that when you hear this call. 1 ball, no strikes. Aaron is waiting. The outfield deep and straight away. Fastball is a high drive into deep left center field. Buckner goes back to the fence. It is gone. What a marvelous moment for baseball. What a marvelous moment for Atlanta and the state of Georgia. What a marvelous moment for the country and the world.
Yes, that is an understanding of the significance.
Hmm.
Big time. Big time. Beautiful call. Beautiful call. Now, here's the fun fact. This is something I had no idea. I mean, I thought Vin was baseball and baseball only, but he called football for CBS from 75 to 82.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Didn't know that. He was the play-by-play guy for Dwight Clark's catch in the NFC Championship game for the Niners against Dallas in 82, one of the most famous playoff games ever.
I didn't know that either.
Right? And it gets better. Here's the real fun fact. So, in 1979, while Vin was employed by CBS as one of their color guys, and he was mostly teamed with Hank Stram, which what a team that must have been, because Hank Stram's priceless if anybody knows him. He's the matriculating down the field guy that used to coach the Kansas City Chiefs. And so John Madden got hired in 79 and instantly became clear that he was going to be a superstar announcer.
Yep.
And they were trying to figure out if it was going to be Vin Scully or Pat Summerall to be his play-by-play guy. Now, check this out. So, to resolve the situation, both Scully and Summerall were paired with Madden in 4-week stretches. 4 weeks of
Really?
Scully and Madden, 4 weeks of Summerall and Madden. And halfway through the season, they decided that Summerall was a better fit, and hence you got Madden and Summerall for the next 20 some years. And Scully did one or two more seasons of football, and then went back to baseball forever.
Wow.
Wow,
But it
nice.
could have been Vin Scully with John Madden instead of Pat Summerall. Imagine that.
Wow. I mean, Summerall and Madden are such a great duo, but still, I mean, the fact that Scully was right there for it. Wow.
How about it, man? And listen, if we ever did a football announcers, if we did a team and thing, they're my number one, Summerall and Madden. But imagine it would have been fascinating to have heard Scully. It wouldn't have been bad. You know what I mean?
Well,
It still would have been great.
well, think about this. I have this actually on my list here. Did you know that there was probably the best baseball tandem for all time was Jack Buck with Harry Carey?
Yes,
They were
yes,
together. They were together for 16 years.
that's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, they're both guys on our list. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
that's an all time team.
unbelievable.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
No,
All
that's
I've got
awesome.
left are honorable mentions now.
Right. Oh, and by the way, we can hammer home that thing we hinted at a couple minutes ago. That Red Barber was Vin Scully's mentor.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
when you stepped away, I mentioned that. Yeah,
Okay, right on, right on. Very
the
cool, very cool.
disciple of Red Barber.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally, man, totally. Oh, that's so cool.
I didn't realize he
Yeah,
called
man. So
that.
that's it for me too.
No, yeah, me too. But also, I didn't realize he called that many World Series games. He called
Yeah.
28.
Oh, I had
Wow.
25, but either way, it's insane, and it's either way. That's
Yeah, but 25, 28,
holy
wherever you want to go. Internet
whatever it
sucks.
is huge.
It's got to be the most, right?
Yes.
Unless
Yeah,
Mel Allen did Mel Allen do more?
no, it was Vin, and number two, believe it or not, was tied between Joe Buck and Tim McCarver.
Oh, okay. So
Wow.
neither. I had Tim McCarver on my list on my honorable mentions because he was there. He did broadcasting for 40 years.
Oh, he did it a long time. I was not a big fan, so I wasn't
Me
going to put him
neither.
on.
But 40 years, Philadelphia, the Mets, the Yankees, San Francisco, and he was with ABC, CBS, and Fox.
Out of longevity, almost have to acknowledge him for sure, and it's absolutely fair. I won't be putting Joe Buck on any list though.
No, me neither. I do want to mention a couple people.
Please,
Marty Brenneman. I mentioned it when we talked about him earlier. He didn't make my list, but he was 46 years, all with Cincinnati,
amazing.
which is great. And He has one of the greatest quotes ever. The Reds were particularly bad in 1982, and 10 days in, they were already 7 games back.
Mhm.
And he says to be 7 games back 10 days into the season is an accomplishment in and of itself.
Oh man, that's
That's
awesome. And
awesome.
That's hard to do.
ah,
And he
beautiful.
started in the ABA
No way.
basketball as a commentator for the Virginia Squirrels.
Squ- Squires, I think it was.
No, I think it's Squirrels. Is it If it's Squires, then it's not nearly as funny. Maybe it is.
Well, we'll roll with the squirrels then. That's so awesome. It is the Squires, but we're gonna make it the
Oh,
Squirrels from now.
darn it.
We're gonna make it it's gonna be the Squirrels, and they're going to have the green weenie as their logo.
Yes, we're going to create a new team.
And the only reason I knew that, Craig, is because that's where Dr. J started his career,
Yes.
and I'm a
Okay.
Philly guy.
Um, I do want to mention, I think probably the best right now who's still going is, and it's in a rare 3-man booth. Probably Gary Cohen. He's right up there. He's been doing it for a long time, 30 years, and he's with Ron and Keith. And Gary, Keith, and Ron have been doing this for a very long time, still going. And Gary, at least around these parts, he's considered the best in the business right now.
Yeah, and I've heard him a little bit, but I haven't heard enough of him to have much of an opinion, because I just don't hear those broadcasts. But he definitely has a great
Oh,
reputation.
dude,
And
it's no. Go ahead, Al.
no, you go ahead, please, please.
I would say if you get a chance, just look them up because Keith Hernandez is. Oh my God, there'll be. I've heard sometimes this dude would just say something, and Gary Conan's got to just stop, and it's just like the silent pause because I think he's trying to process what Keith Hernandez just
Oh, I love it.
they make so much fun out of Keith Hernandez. It's hilarious.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. I love that. Yeah, I'll throw
Oh
one guy that I think is still working. I'm not 100% actually, but he's one of my favorite voices outside of Harry Callis, and that is Gary Thorne,
Oh yeah, yep,
who
no,
did
he's no longer in baseball.
okay, because he was Baltimore's guy for a long time, and a
Yes.
few other things. He was on ESPN for a while at some point. I can't remember how that worked, but he was on ESPN for here and there for a while, if I remember right. But he just had that killer voice. I loved him.
yep. He had a
Yep.
great voice. Um, yeah, I've got. I'm not. I'm literally just gonna name the names. We don't even need to get into them.
Cool,
Ralph Kiner, I have on here.
nice.
53
Yes.
years. 53 years.
53 years?
Yeah,
I didn't realize that. That's amazing. Awesome.
Hall of Fame player and broadcaster.
That's awesome.
And he did the call in the '86 Mets when Mookie Betts hit the grounder that went through Buckner's legs. Hits ground
Oh,
ball, trickling, gets by Buckner.
oh, that's awesome. I didn't realize that was him. That's
That's
great.
him. Chuck Thompson
I know that
start,
name, but I don't know why.
started with the Phils,
Well, I should know that name.
Baltimore and Washington. He was a Baltimore guy. Washington Senators. Um, and he, for some reason, he was known for saying, "Ain't the beer cold?"
Nice.
Yes.
Also a Hall
Yes.
of Famer. Um, Tony Kubek, who I just like.
Oh, Quebec. Yeah, I
He's good.
remember
He's
him.
really good. And he quit in '94 when he still had many offers. And the reason why he quit was he was not liking what the game was becoming, and the greed of the owners and the money the players were making was such a turnoff. He just stopped.
Well, and that was the strike season.
Yep. Yep.
That was
'94.
probably the final turnoff, huh?
Yep. Dick Enberg. We all know Dick Enberg.
Legend.
Yep.
Dave Newhouse,
Yep.
highly regarded right now. And Jack Brickhouse, who I don't know much about. He was with WGN doing Cubs. um, in White Sox from 1948 to 1981.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
insane. And he was also with NBC, and he also did some NBA. And the last name on my list is Joe Garagiola.
Yeah.
Yes.
50 years.
He used to do those
NBC,
NBC games of the week, if I
yeah,
remember right.
NBC Game of the Week for 20 years. He did it.
Yeah, so I can't remember who his partner was, but yeah, he was great. He was funny. He was good. He was an entertaining, but not just making it about him. He still kept the game in perspective, and that's my favorite kind of balance.
Yep, 50 years between St. Louis, California Angels, and the Diamondbacks, and he also had time with NBC, obviously, with the Game of the Week. But yeah, there you
That's
go.
awesome.
That's all. That's all my honorable mentions. All my lists. Finito.
Beautiful, man. I love it. Well done on that account. And I had Red Barber, Marty Brenneman, and John Miller as my three.
Awesome.
I got
That's great stuff.
I got one because I always liked how I don't know, I think I liked him just because he would get mad and you could tell he wanted to swear but he couldn't. And that's Ken Hawk Harrelson.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yes.
I just love that he couldn't swear, so he'll just go like you could tell he wanted to swear and he'll be like, "Dang gummit."
Oh, that's great. That is a great one. Yeah, the Hawk, man. That's a really good one. Yeah, he's a legend. No doubt.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh, all
Well,
right. Well, that
we did
completes
it,
our
guys.
list. Yes, that completes our list. That was fun.
That was
That
a
Um,
was
lot of
freaking
fun.
awesome.
so I got one for our next one. I forgot which one of you guys brought it up, but you guys brought it up one time. You guys want to do MLB teams like out of the years?
Like
Oh, like
individual, like the best, like the 1998 Yankees or whatever.
yeah,
Yes.
versus the 27 Yankees or whatever. Yes, yes.
Yeah, we could do a list for
I
that.
love it.
Yeah, I'm down for that for sure.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, that'll be our next one. But I guess we'll find a day to do that. You just gonna want to do 2 weeks from now, or
Yeah, 2 weeks seems about right because next week me and Al are going to do hopefully be able to get our guitar one done next week. So the week after that we can do the teams.
okay,
Perfect.
yeah.
I'm
So
good.
we
I'm
got
down with both all of that.
all right, and then oh wow, holy cow! Because I'm just looking at the yeah. So it'll be the 25th because then well I don't know if you want to do something on your pod, Craig, because right after will be the deadline. We'll just have
The,
passed.
the deadline will be the 31st.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Um,
we can check out what day of the week is the 31st.
that's a Thursday.
Yeah, I
Oh, that's
can do it.
perfect.
Yeah, I can do it on a Thursday or Friday.
Yeah, that's
Either one.
perfect. And listen, I will be coming in hot if the Phillies don't get at least two quality relievers.
There,
The,
I would
the
actually.
problem is everybody's looking for relievers. The Yankees are looking for relievers. The Mets are looking for relievers. There's not
Yeah,
that many to
but
go around. That's the
the
problem.
the Phillies have been linked to a name, which I mean, he's actually been linked to a lot of people, but I don't know if he'll get traded.
Who's who are you talking about?
It, some for whatever reason, and I don't know. I don't know if it's true, but if the Phillies get him, that'd be a great what. I'll say 2.5 years because I think he's under control for 2 more years.
I
They're
think I know who you're
looking at
talking about.
Class A.
Yeah. If they could pull that off, I would be thrilled. They'd have to give up a top prospect. There was one speculative thing out there talking about now this would seem insane to me that the Guardians would be even considering this, but a Class A and Quan for their Andrew Painter and a few other prospects, which is Andrew Painter's their big gun in their farm system right now. So I
Yeah.
mean, if they could pull that off, I'd be thrilled. But if I'll take anybody that has an ERA under 7 is going to be an improvement over Jordan Romano.
Yeah, so you guys, you don't need just a reliever. You need a closer.
Yeah, we need a closer
Yeah.
now. We're yeah 100%. And they need at least two guys, man, because their bullpen has just been awful. They need a closer and one other quality guy who can eat some innings other than like Orion Kirkering and Matt Stram.
Wow.
It's been a disaster. It's been an absolute disaster. So yeah, I'm all about the trade deadline, man. We're gonna because you're right, Craig. There are like you know 3/4 of the contenders battling for however many relievers are available from the non-contenders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, that's all like the Yankee pregame and all the talk on the radio is all about. Obviously, the Mets and Yankees who they're targeting for bullpen help, and they both say they both need two.
Mm. Man, and the Phillies are in the same. The Phillies, you can make a case need 3 easily. So they're getting. Oh man, I suck with names. The flamethrower that's out, that's suspended for the Phils. They're getting him back soon. The lefty that's all over the place, sometimes great, sometimes terrible, but he was pretty great this year.
Oh,
Um,
Jose something. Right? Is it Jose?
Alvarez. Wait, hold on. I'll get Alvarado. Alvarado.
That thing.
Oh
I knew.
yes,
Yes.
Yeah,
Um.
he's coming back soon, and that's big. So they could live with 2 because of him coming back if he's going to be the good version of himself, which is as dicey as getting Aaron Nola's good version, which happens every other year.
yep. All right.
uh,
Well, I'm gonna skedaddle, guys.
All right, my
all
man.
right. Well,
Time for me to
yeah.
take off.
All right. Well, yeah. So, like I said, look out for the Well, I'll do my outro now. So if you want to go, you guys could go. Um.
I'll hang with you. See,
Okay.
Craig, great talking to you as always, my
All
man.
right, guys. I'll see you.
All right. We'll see you. Okay.
All right.
Um. All right. I forgot what I was gonna do now.
All good, man. All good. We are just wrapping up, and what a fun! I'll say real quick, and then you go whatever you want to do. Thank you again for including me in this, and I just love doing these with you. So as long as we can come up with topics, I am in, and there is an endless amount of topics for Major League Baseball.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do that. Try to find like endless topics because these are really fun. I enjoy doing them. Especially with you guys, it just seems a lot of fun. I think the teams will be. That's gonna be. I don't think we're either one of us are gonna have. Like we'll have the same ones, but I think we'll all have different orders. Uh,
Yeah, and it's funny because you could honestly make this list the top 10 Yankees teams of all time and not get much of an argument. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, honestly,
there's going to be debate among you two as Yankee fans probably over what's the best Yankee team. You know what I mean? Because it's like for when I was growing up, it was the 27 Yankees. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But there's been a lot of great teams with Jeter and Rivera and all those guys since. So I mean, it is there's it's and a ton in between the Mickey Mantle era and all that, and then that's not even mentioning any other team in baseball, of which there are plenty that'll work their way into that mix too. So it's just going to be a fascinating discussion. I'm with you.
Yeah, I can see it. Um, but yeah, I think it's gonna be very interesting. I got more topics on my mind too. Not um like even history, like one, and I'll mention it one after we do the other one. I'll mention it again because I'll probably forget. I'm also
Right on.
thinking about like another fun one, like movies.
Oh, like baseball movies or
Yeah,
just movies?
no,
Yeah,
like baseball
that
movies.
that's awesome. I love that.
So that,
Absolutely love that. I that's a great idea, and I'm on board 100%.
and then then I'll just have to think of more topics because it's
Oh yeah.
once you do them, you're like, okay, what else can I do?
Oh man, I sit down and think about it. I'll come up with like 20 things in like an hour and a half. I mean, no problem. Like there's so much to do with this kind of thing, and yeah, I just love being a part of it, man. It's so much fun to talk with you guys.
Yeah, no, same. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of laughs, a lot of stories we don't know, which is amazing. Um, you know, um, so yeah, there's a lot of fun, and I'm hoping we could continue this for a very long time.
I'm right there with you, my man. Yep, I will keep doing it as long as you keep asking,
Yeah, well, I'll keep asking.
my man, my man.
All right, well, yeah, I mean, let's sign off. Again, thank you everyone for watching, and thanks to Craig and Al for joining me. A lot of fun, and yeah, go check out well, he's not here, but go check out Craig's YouTube channel. They're gonna do a lot of fun stuff. Uh, Hope they said next week they'll get their guitarist, which that should be a lot of fun.
Can't
Um,
wait to do that one.
yeah, that's gonna be. I'm curious now who you guys will have for number one.
Oh, my man. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. And yeah, no, talk about pulling your hair out. Now, some of the listeners don't know I'm a lifelong guitar teacher. I've been a guitar teacher since I was 24 years old, and I'm now 51. I've been doing it 27 years. I've been playing in bands since I was a teenager. So this is near and dear to my heart. And Craig talked about how hard the announcers was for him. Last count, I had 43 honorable mentions that I'm trying to figure out how to whittle down into something doable on the podcast. So this one has been impossible for me in the best, most fun way.
Well, that's good. Um, yeah, so go check that out if you guys are want something new. Um, Also go check out Al's channel, which is Souljoel TV. The podcast is going to be called Bring Them Out. Um, Very fun, very hilarious with him and his buddy Souljoel. Um, Lots of laughs and a lot of great guests too.
Oh, thank you, man. You know, I appreciate that big time. I love that thing. It is one of my favorite things I've ever done. My buddy Joel runs that club, Sunnybrook Ballroom / Soul Joel's in Pottstown. And we are on hiatus again because things have been cooking over there. And Joel needed some time off, and I needed some time off with some physical stuff. So we will be reconvening at some point to continue the fun. And yeah, there's just a lot of fun. So there's something like 90 some episodes to go check out in the meantime with a lot of great guests like Jordan mentioned. And just want to mention real quick for my buddy, he has stuff every weekend there. One of the big names that's coming up soon is if you're a Seinfeld fan, Patrick Warburton, aka Putty, is coming on July 24th through the 26th for I think 4 or 5 total shows. He's doing a bunch of shows in a row, and it's going to be a big deal up there. It'll be fun.
Wow, nice. That should be fun.
Putty.
Uh, Yeah, I gotta make I gotta make a trip up there one day. I got to.
Well, like I told you, you, Craig, and anybody you drag along, it's on me. You just let me know the first time. We'll get you taken care of VIP style.
Awesome. Never had a VIP experience.
I love it. Well, we'll make sure you get one this time, my man. Whenever it works out for you.
All right, awesome. Um, and then yeah, so go check them out. And then you know what? Even if you need to go on vacation somewhere, go to the Sunnybrook Ballroom. And go check what they have to offer because just by social media alone, it seems like a lot of fun.
I'm, I will tell Joel you said that, and he will be eternally grateful, and I mean that. He really appreciates when people put themselves out there for him, and he's worthy of it. He's a great guy, one of the best people I know.
Awesome. So yeah, go check that out. And then also come in here. We always do the Monday recap, um, which uh, weekly recap, I should say, on a Monday. So we do that. Whatever the biggest story is, we'll be talking about it. And then
And if I could
also,
interject real quick on your behalf, Jordan, sorry to
Mhm.
interrupt, but I just want to pump you up a little bit because that you do a great job. You always hit the timely subjects, and along with doing a great recap of the game in general, and it's really outstanding what you do. So check it out, people.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Al.
Absolutely.
And then, well, because this week is also All Star Week, we'll be doing probably some more gameplay. I haven't done that for a while, so we'll add that to this to this channel. And then yeah, and then we'll also try to do some MLB trade predictions, which I still gotta do, but we'll get to there eventually.
Oh, good luck figuring out who's going to get what relievers. I love it, man. That's going to be awesome. I'll definitely be checking that out. That's great.
All right. Yeah, so go check all that out. And Al, if you have nothing, do you have anything else to add before we sign off?
I'm good to go, my man. Thank you again.
Thank you for joining me. And as always, I will see you all in the next one.